Hey guys, I'm Matt. I'm a 24-year-old kid from the suburbs of Chicago, just trying to make his way through life. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about something really important to me. About a month ago, my life took a turn, and I'll get into details more about that as you guys get to know me. But everybody has a catalyst in their life. Whether it's a death of a family member, a breakup, they lost their job, something like it. And it's not always a negative catalyst. Sometimes it's a positive catalyst too. You get married, you have your first kid, you have, you get your first relationship, you get that dream job, or you get your first job. But there's always catalysts in life. And I feel like a lot of people always talk about what to do, but they never really show you how to do it. They'll tell you how to do it, but they don't take you along because it's already after the fact. If it's a negative catalyst, they don't feel distraught or depressed or anxious. They're past that, and they're trying to communicate that to you, who at that moment that you were watching their video or listening to them talk to you, you're overwhelmed, you're anxious, you're depressed, you just want the world to stop for a second. But the world keeps going and you're still trying to answer questions, and it sucks. So I wanted to take you with me while I figure it out. And hopefully that helps you. And hopefully this helps me. About a month ago, I was sitting there and I was trying to process a lot, and I was going through a lot of emotions. I didn't know what to do. So like probably most of you, I went to YouTube, I tried to read books, I tried to talk to people around me to get their perspective and their thoughts, and you never really catch on. Like you listen to what they're saying, but you can't put it into practice. You feel like they can't feel what you feel, and it makes you feel kind of isolated. I was sitting there thinking to myself, how am I going to fix this? I know how to go through the motions, but like it doesn't change how I feel. I thought about times in the past when I had a catalyst or some kind of moment in my life where I had to kind of make a change, and how I handled that. And I thought, okay, do I go do those same things that got me to where I am now? Which sometimes can be a good thing, but in other cases, they're a bad thing. Going out and drinking every weekend with your friends, you might think it's healthy because you're getting out and you're having fun and you're keeping your mind off everything else in life, but you're not addressing those things, those problems. You're not addressing the underlying condition of what you're dealing with. You're ignoring it. And it's the toxic behaviors like that where like people get consumed by that kind of lifestyle, and then people get sucked up in it, and then before they know it, it's like too late. It's 5 years later and they're 30 and they're like, what did I just do? What have I been doing? And I didn't want to have that epiphany, because it's easier to do that. It's easier to ignore your problems and the way you feel and not really digest anything. But it doesn't make it right. So after everything happened, I was mindlessly scrolling through Instagram like one tends to do, and I came across this post. It was a Jonah Hill like weight loss picture, and it said, disappear for 6 months, do a ton of deep work, and 99% of your problems will also disappear. That resonated with me, and I don't know why, because I had seen that before, but something about where I was now in that moment made me feel that. That was the last post I shared on any of my socials, and I deleted everything. I'll link a video to Andrew Kirby, who has a great series on a dopamine detox, which is something I tried to do when, in 2020, all of our lives turned upside down. I wasn't allowed to. There were people holding me back from that, people that thought that was a stupid idea to try to get away from social and get away from my phone. And now I have the chance to really do that because those people aren't around me anymore. We all have had that moment where our favorite notification pops up. You know, that person sends us a Snapchat or texts us. We just get excited. You know what I mean? That dopamine rush. Sometimes, you know, you think it's that person, it's someone else, and you're disappointed. Or you go to look because you're expecting them because it's been an hour, and you expect them to have snapped you or texted you or something, and they didn't. And you crash back down to earth. It makes you think, what if you could detach from that? What if your phone, what if other people didn't have that kind of power over you? So I deleted my social media. That was the first step in disappearing for me. And I don't mean that in terms of like, oh, I'm going to disappear and everyone's going to notice I'm gone. I don't even expect anyone to notice that I'm gone, to be honest with you. It's not like I posted much to begin with. I don't want to be a follower, if that makes any sense. I want to live my own life. And I feel like I'm sucked up in other people's. Other people I don't even know. I saw this study, and it was that it said that the average American spends 3.9 hours a day on their mobile device. Do you know how crazy that is? So all these people that say that they don't have time, and they spend nearly 4 hours on their phone a day, and they're spending 2 hours a day on Netflix. We can all be better than that, and I've always known that I can be better than that, and I'm gonna. That's why I'm doing this. I'm out of excuses. Here's my first YouTube video, and I'm just going for it. And I hope that one person sees this and thinks, hey, someone else feels like I do, and they're gonna get through so I can get through too, you know? What else does disappearing for 6 months entail? And I think fitness is something that's important. It's not a new thing for me. It's something that I've always done, but something that I've slacked on, and it hasn't been the same. But for years now, fitness wasn't even about trying to like look good or lose weight. I mean, I was the skinny kid growing up, but it was never about that. It was more mental than it was physical. It was a place to go to get rid of the anxiety. It was a place to go to work on myself both physically and mentally. A place that was my temple, my second church, my therapy, my meditation. It was like when I was in the gym, headphones in, life tuned out. I was in this glass sphere, and all my problems were outside of that. And I could just reach out and grab one thing, and I could bring it in, and I could digest it while I was in the gym. I think I need to do that with a lot of life right now. Related to the phone thing, leaving my phone in the kitchen at night, turning it off, not sleeping next to it, not being up till 2 in the morning, Snapchatting people, and scrolling through Instagram or TikTok, going to bed early, waking up early, attacking the day head on. That's something I could never do that I can now. I have the opportunity to do that. Get my sleep right, get my health right, work on my foundation before I start trying to build someone else up. The last thing, which I know sounds probably counterintuitive to disappearing, is to reconnect with old friends. Just let them know that you care, you know? That you appreciate them in your life, even if they haven't been in your life for a while, that you're going to make that effort and you're going to check in. You know, I feel like a lot of times we get caught up thinking that we're the main character of our own story, and we are. But in the multiverse of lives out there, you got to remember that you're also the supporting actor in someone else's life. We have a duty to help bring up our friends and care about them. That doesn't mean that we should sacrifice ourselves and our health and our development. We do need to be there for the people that are there for us. at this point in my life, like I said, I'm 24, and a lot of my friends are figuring it out. They're not here. They're out living their lives, and there's a peace in that. And that they're doing good, and I felt like I had contributed to that. But now I can go kind of be the main character in my own story. My job doesn't make me happy, and it's not what I want to do. And don't get me wrong, I am grateful for that job, especially the time that I got it when the world was upside down. But it doesn't make me happy, and it's not what I want to do, and that needs to change. So I'm working on leaving that and doing something that I want to do, where I want to do it. There's so much more to the world. But I got nothing holding me back here. So that's part of what this channel is going to be about, is my journey through this and my journey to be something greater, to find my purpose. So when I up and leave and I'm 12 hours away from here, I'm going to bring you guys with, because that's all I'm going to have to start. I'm going to show you that you can do it. That you can just close your eyes and just take that step, and it's going to work out. Which is crazy, because I'm not in any position where I had done that and it has worked out for me. And so I'm going to show you. I'm not just going to tell you. There's a lot of self-reflection that needs to go on in these 6 months, and I need to come out of the other end of it a better person. And I'll get into that in coming videos about how to set goals, how I'm going to set my goals, and how I'm going to structure my time and the things that I'm going to value and what I'm going to work on. It's going to be one hell of a ride, and I hope you'll stick around for the whole thing. This is Matty Ships, signing off, guys.